Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a massive shift happening in marketing. In this tight economy, something that used to be a nice to have, a creative luxury, well, now it's becoming an absolute must have business strategy. Let's get into why that is. So, doing more with less. Sound familiar? If you're in marketing leadership right now, this question is probably living rent-free in your head. It's really the big challenge that's defining the entire industry, and it sets the stage for everything we're about to talk about. All right, so before we jump into the solution, we've got to really understand the problem. And right now, that problem is a big one. The budget crisis hitting marketing departments everywhere. Okay, so what exactly are we seeing? It's kind of like a perfect storm of pressures. First off, marketing budgets. They're either flat or, you guessed it, shrinking. At the exact same time, the C-suite is breathing down everyone's neck, demanding to see a clear, measurable ROI on every single dollar. So what happens? Well, you get cuts to agency spending, you get cuts to headcount, and you see this huge strategic push to adopt Gen AI just to squeeze out any little bit of efficiency. And all of this leads us to a major pain point. When every penny counts, the old way of doing things, I'm talking about traditional photo shoots, with all the travel, the crews, the logistical headaches, it's just not cutting it anymore. It's become a huge financial liability. So that's the big question, right? How in the world are brands supposed to create amazing, high-quality visuals when every single dollar is under a microscope? Well, the answer isn't about just trimming the budget. It's about a complete strategic rethink of how production gets done in the first place. And this slide just lays it out so clearly. On one side, you've got the old traditional model. It's expensive, it's got high overhead, there are tons of fees for travel and locations, and it's just slow. But on the other side, you've got this AI-driven approach. It's cost-efficient, it's lean, there are no travel fees, and the whole process is streamlined. It's a totally different ballgame. And this is so important to get. We're not just talking about some cool new tool or a new piece of software. This is a real strategic pivot. It's about fundamentally reevaluating how high-end visual content even gets made right from the very beginning. So how does this AI-driven production actually work its magic? It really boils down to three core pillars that directly tackle the economic challenges we're all facing today: cost, speed, and control. Just look at that number for a second. $1,000. Seriously. In the traditional production world, $1,000 might cover the catering for a day. Here, it can get you an entire lookbook. That's not just an improvement, that's a total game changer. Okay, so pillar number one, and maybe the most obvious one, is cost. We're talking about a massive reduction in price. Brands can now get that premium, high-fashion look without the high-fashion price tag. They can produce whole campaigns for what a single traditional shoot used to cost. Just think about the budget that frees up for other things. Next up is speed. And you know what speed really means? It means agility in the market. Being able to move fast is a huge competitive edge right now. With AI production, you get your assets in days, not weeks or months. And you totally eliminate all those classic risks, right? No more worrying about bad weather, scheduling nightmares, or travel problems derailing your project. And that brings us to the third pillar: control. In uncertain times, having a strong, consistent brand image is absolutely crucial. This technology gives you total control over every single detail, from the model's look to the location, the styling, everything. It ensures your brand identity is rock solid and perfect across all your channels. So, you might be wondering, who is this really for? Is it just for mass market stuff? Nope. The source material actually highlights two key groups that benefit the most. First, luxury brands. They can keep that prestigious, high-end look without the crazy extravagant budgets. And second, ad agencies. Man, they are always under pressure to do more with less for their clients. This is a tool that lets them deliver incredible, high-impact campaigns while keeping their own overhead down. They get to be the heroes. Okay, so when you put all of this together, the cost, the speed, the control, it really points to a fundamental shift in how we even need to think about AI in creative production. And this quote from the source material just nails it. It's no longer just a novel creative option, it's a business-critical resource. That really captures the new reality perfectly. What people used to see as a cool creative experiment, it's now a financial necessity. It's a critical tool for getting through the current economic climate. So the big takeaway here is that we're past the point of asking if brands are going to adopt this stuff. The train has already left the station. The real question now is how fast they'll get on board. And believe me, the early adopters are the ones who are going to get a major competitive edge. And that's the thought we want to leave you with. Is your brand actually built for this new economic reality? It's a question that every single leader in marketing and finance should be asking themselves right now. Because the tools to not just survive, but to actually thrive, they're already here. The only question is, are you ready to use them?